Hello YouTube and welcome back to my Let's Play of Jade Cocoon 2. My name is SSJGazhan99. As always, this is a game for Rabid Dogs Games YouTube channel. This is part number 48. I apologise for saying part number 48 in the last video. I actually missed a part number 46, which was marked up on my computer as part number 47, which then inclined me to mark the last video as part number 48, which it actually wasn't, it was actually 47. So, part number 47 on my computer was actually part number 46, and part number 48 was 47, and so on and so on. But this is part number 48. Right, this is going to be the Fire Tower 1 to 4. So we'll continue on in here, because basically I need the I need the Og Karma, I need the Ku Karmas, I need the Getchu Karmas, I need the quest item from this part of the forest. It's going to be slightly harder, so I'm probably going to be dying a little bit more often. Part number 47 is actually being downloaded now, it's being converted now on my Windows Movie Maker. So if all goes well, that should be up and running within the next couple of hours, and it should be on YouTube pretty soon. Now, I can't actually remember what this does. I think it prevents spells. Just like one of the ones that prevents melee attacks or skills from actually hitting. This could be to prevent spells, or it could be when melee units strike, they get damaged. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out. I'm just making it up as I go along here, so let's see what goes on here. Does it actually do anything? Yes. If you look, as soon as I came in to strike him, I took 92 damage. I don't know if you saw that or not. So that's basically what that move did. So at least that's nice to know. That way I can try and avoid getting hit by it. But I'm looking to get as many Og or Ku or whatever I can out of this forest, to be honest. Get the quest item as well. That's absolutely important as well to get that. Hopefully these should just have Ignite and not the level A version. If there is a level A, it might just go straight to S version. Let's have a look. Not doing as much damage. Oh, here you go. Agnia, there is a level A, so I'd like to get that as well, because that would level up on my Ku. Excuse me. Don't know why I coughed there. Yeah, I apologise about the music and stuff. If you guys want me to play music in the background to sort of break up the monotony of hearing my voice, then I will do that in future videos. But it is quite late now. It's coming up to about 10:30 at night, so having the music on is probably not the greatest idea in the world, since people are going to be ending up going to bed at some point shortly. Now, again, I did apologise on my last video for the sort of whispered singing and the humming and chirping along to Iron Maiden, but it's like a sort of a habit. I do that even when I'm sitting on a bus or I'm walking down the road. It's just force of habit. So I do apologise if people didn't like that, but nothing I could do about it if I didn't know I was doing it. So now I know I'm doing it, I know to try and not to do it in the future. But you know what habits are like, they're hard to break, so I probably will continue doing it regardless whether people like it or not, so without intentionally pissing anybody off. But you know what, I'll try. So this forest will get slightly harder. You'll see the battles lasting a little bit longer, because obviously the damage that I'm causing isn't going to be up to scratch. But as soon as I get to level 20 on pretty much every one of my mobs, you know, they'll be getting into the 50s. I think they're already in the 30s. So they've already been evolved 3 times. So actually no, they'll be in the 60s then. Yeah, they'll be in the 60s. Because it's level 20, yeah, level 40 and so on and so on. Oh, bug. Fool! You're gonna die! What have we got? You know what? That's another bug that I've never seen before. I can honestly say I've never seen that before. Right, okay, so that's what this does. Alright, so that kind of makes sense now. So that's very good against a very sort of melee heavy unit, if you know what I mean. So if I had a very like which I do have, I have a very heavy melee unit. It's good against a lot of the stuff there. Wow, 105 damage. Okay, I've just got to quickly sort something out with a friend, and I'll be back very, very shortly. So I'll speak to you in a second. Alright, sorry, I'm back now, YouTube. Right, welcome today is TS Libra. He just give me a ring and we're going to just chat about the new Star Wars stuff and stuff that's coming out. So Libra, I actually went on to the game yesterday to try and get it working. You saw the troubles I had last night trying to get it working.
I know, I had trouble getting on.
Oh,
So
mate, I had to reset my password like 5 times last night to get on to the game. And some of the things on there, oh, mate, I thought they were ridiculous. It's like having extra bars, right? You have to pay 500 points to be able to use more than 2 bars.
What, cartel?
Yeah, yeah, to use more than two attack bars.
Thank fuck I'm still subscribed then.
It's ridiculous. And there was things like, what was the other things they had on there?
Well, I'll tell you what's ridiculous. That Crime Lords cartel pack. I spent like I spent £25 on the 5,500. I bought so many Crime Lords packs. Not once did I get bloody thrown. It's a complete random drop, basically.
Oh mate, I wouldn't.
Good stuff. A lot of stuff everybody else wanted.
You know what? I think that's wrong. I think that is absolutely wrong. You are a subscriber. You pay a monthly fee to the game. You should get that for free.
I think what they should have done is they should have made it so that the game remembers what they've already given you, so that you don't get the same shit again. Because I've got a lot of stuff people wanted, and I sold them on the Galactic Trade because I could. Because I'm still a subscriber, I'm still allowed to sell that stuff. But the one thing I wanted, I couldn't get, and so I emailed them about it, just like complaining, saying it's an absolutely ridiculous thing.
It is.
I'm a subscriber, and I don't get any of this.
It's like, say for instance, when I went on there, you know what? I don't know if YouTube actually knows, but the free-to-play model that was on for the Star Wars stuff was like, basically, if you are free-to-play, you cannot wear any raiding or PvP purples, right? Now, I was a previous subscriber, so I was already kitted out in raiding and PvP purples already. So my complaint was, what happens to my stuff? Now, basically what happens, again, I'll inform you, TS Libra, as well. You get what they call an authentication. So if you're a subscriber that's pre-authenticated, you don't have to worry about it, right? But if you're if you are a free-to-play customer like I've gone to now, you pay for an authenticator to authenticate your purples. Because I was already wearing the stuff when I logged back in, it's automatically gone to authenticated. Because I was a pre-subscriber, which is great, because at the end of that means that the problem that I was having originally was like, how do I put it? It was like, I've got all these purples and nothing to replace them with. So all my hard work in the raiding and the PvP, well, not PvP weren't so much hard work because it was just too easy to get the PvP gear, but you know, all that hard work I put into raiding to get my gear, do I lose it? And if I lost it, I had nothing to replace it. So what's the point of me going back? I can't go into operations because I've got no way of replacing the gear to keep up with the healing required in the operations, and it just made it stupid. But having that authentication automatically on my account because I was a pre-subscriber was great, because it allows me to have all my gear back. I like the fact they've allowed you to buy a pass, a weekly pass, to any content, PvP content, raiding content, but have you seen how much it costs?
Yeah.
It's like 520 a week. It's like 520 a week.
What, to keep your stuff?
To have the raiding pass.
What, for war zones and shit?
Yeah. War zones, operations.
Great, I need to do as much as I can before I get off of subscribing. So that's only if you're free to play.
Yeah, if you're free to play, it's completely free if you're a subscriber, because obviously you're paying £8 a month. But I don't actually know how much 500 cartel coins is.
I can tell you, it's around about £4, £3-4.
So £3 or £4 a week.
Yeah, about £1 is worth 100 because I spent £25 on 5,500 points. Admittedly,
To be honest with you,
only so I could get the one thing from the cartel.
if that's true, most guilds run raids weekly, but you only go in there once or twice a week. So for me, having that sort of pass is just not worth it. You know, £4 for 500 points just to go out and raid for the week with your guild, just it's not worth it.
The one
You know
thing
what I
I
mean?
can say that on that cartel market that is definitely worth it is the HK droid, because I got mine today and I tested him out. But annoyingly, when you get him, he isn't equipped with anything.
Well, yeah, but you got. I'm assuming you've got tons of gear that you can put on him, though.
I had nothing.
Really?
I
Alright.
had the sniper rifle in my docking bay. That was about it. So I gave him the sniper rifle, and I did a few war zones so I could get some money, and then I went to the Galactic Trade Market and gave him some stuff. And the HK droid is amazing. I mean, the effort and money you go towards getting him, as long as you've got something you can equip him with afterwards, he's completely worth all of that trouble you've just gone to.
The thing is, though, is one thing I didn't like with the companion system is how do I put it without constantly berating Star Wars, because I actually liked the system. The companions are only used when you're soloing content with friends or you're doing your daily missions and stuff, because you can't use them in war zones, you can't use them in operations or in what's the other ones? The operations are the raiding.
Black hole flashpoints.
Flashpoints, that's one. So you can't use them in flashpoints, you can't use them in raiding, you can't use them in PvP. So what happens there is they basically become fodder. You know, they just sit there in your bag doing nothing, because when you're raiding and when you're PvPing, you're not using them. So to me, going out,
the items that you can't get and equip, right?
yeah, it's just
really
like
do is, if you really don't want to subscribe, the most you can do with those items is shove them on the Galactic Trade Network. That's about it.
now, you know, if they brought that content out for free, it'd have to be really, really good. There'd have to be a reason for me to want to use it. You know what I mean? And for me, it's just not there. Do you know what I mean? The reason to get the HK.
I also had a series of doubt last night after paying 25 quid to not get the thing I was after.
Yeah.
Because I got loads and loads of random drops from that crime lord pack, and you know, it just weren't there for me.
Yeah.
So I did email them just saying 25 quid down the drain because I wanted one thing, and I didn't get it in any of them. So they haven't replied yet, obviously, because they've got a load of messages in their inbox for a lot of people. However, in the past 2 days, like, server activity has gone up like nothing.
It will. Same thing happened with Star Trek Online, mate. Exactly the same thing happened with Star Trek Online. Obviously, they lost a lot of subscribers because obviously they weren't keeping up to scratch with content. And the content was really bad. Like Star Trek Online, the content's always been poor for Star Trek Online. Do you know what I mean? So it's a problem. It's a serious problem. But with Star Wars, with the IP that they've got, and with the amount of money they spent, you know, I don't like what they've done with the game. You know, their free-to-play model. When I first saw their free-to-play model, I was ashamed. I was like, really? Star Trek has got it all over you. You know, Star Trek's free-to-play model. Yeah, some people can look at it like, but you know, the free-to-play model they're using is just like you get everything for free. That's because it's free-to-play. You know, you still have to pay for certain things. You still have to do certain stuff to actually get stuff, if you know what I mean. You know, you still need to go out there and really farm your arse off to buy into things like having bigger bags. You pay a certain amount of credits or tokens that you pick up, or you don't pick up, you buy the tokens, but you can trade what they call their main source of income, and that, which is called dilithium. You can trade dilithium for Zen points, right? So you can farm your ass off for dilithium and then trade it into Zen points. And then you can do your stuff like that as well, but it still keeps you in the game. You know what I mean? And with Star Wars, when I looked at their free-to-play model, I was like, so far, there is not a single thing on this free-to-play model that will keep me playing Star Wars. Not a single thing. You know, removing the raids.
I can agree. I mean, I was thinking to myself, well, I might as well stay as a subscriber if I want to keep all my stuff, because basically Star Wars is giving you basically what Star Wars Galaxy did. They said you get level 1 to 15 and then you have to subscribe if you want to go any higher, which wasn't bad, because Galaxies was the best Star Wars there ever has been.
Yeah.
But with this, it's more like, here's a little bit of what you could get if you subscribe. You'll get all of this shit if you subscribe, but you have to do it. But they're not giving you an incentive enough to subscribe. They're just saying this is what you could get. They're not actually like...
Yeah, exactly. Like I was speaking to someone
enough to encourage you to actually do it.
I was speaking to some of my guildmates last night from Light Nights. By the way, hello to everybody in Light Nights if you're ever watching this. I doubt you will, but if you are watching, hello to the people of Light Nights on Star Wars, World of Warcraft and all that. But I was speaking to some of the guys from Light Nights last night, and I was just saying to them, like, you know, how many of you guys are coming back to it? All of them went, not really, no. You know, a couple of them are still raiding and stuff in there, but they were literally just like, I don't see the point in coming back. I really don't. What's the point? Well, what am I going to gain out of it? And, you know, even those subscribers, I went to them like, don't you guys feel like you're being gimped? You know, you're paying $8.99 a month, and a lot of the stuff that you take for like granted, like people would say, oh yeah, I pay $8.99 for this. I went, half of it you're not even using. You know, because you can't use it. You know, have they fixed the bugs? I went to Bell Savis last night to check on some of the bug fixes they're meant to have done, and they haven't fixed it. I'm talking about, I pre-played this. I started this on like 2 days before launch, and within 2 days I was maximum level, and there was bugs in Bell Savis from 2 days after launch. They still haven't fixed today, or yesterday, sorry. And you go, what? I complained about this nearly a year ago, and they still haven't fixed it. And you know, it's silly shit like that. And to be honest with you, you know, I am a fan of Star Wars, I am, and I really wanted the game to do well, but it's just, it hasn't, you know what I mean, and it still hasn't done it now. The free-to-play model...
They've improved a lot of things, but the thing is they haven't improved enough to want people to subscribe. I mean,
yeah.
It's kind of like, if I had a big chocolate fountain in front of you and said, you could have all of this if you subscribe, and all I give you is this tiny little...
sliver of chocolate, yeah. You go, what?
Just a little dab on your tongue, just enough for you to slightly taste it, and be like, I could hardly taste that. I don't think the rest of it's going to taste very good.
Now, if I'm honest, Libra, if they drop the subscription price for Star Wars to a reasonable price, because I don't think it's worth $8.99 a month. I really don't.
It's worth at least £6 a month. I mean, that's at maximum.
I would have said more like £4 to £5 a month, because the game's worth subscribing to at that sort of price, because it feels half done, it feels half complete, in my opinion anyway. It feels half done, half completed, and that's how much I think it's worth. And I would be happy to pay that sort of price, because that's worth it. You know what I mean? I feel that the game would be worth that sort of price, because it is a good game. Like, don't get me wrong. You know, the amount of times I slag it off and I really feel buy rate. The reason I buy rate is because I like the stuff of Star Wars. I like the story. I like the feel, and I feel the game deserves more. But whatever EA and BioWare have done to that game, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel complete. You know, and I personally believe they need to fix it, and this free-to-play model just does not help. So, yeah, I'm with you, mate. I think at the end of the day that it needs to be sorted. So
the price I put it at was only £1 more than you said, but
yeah,
I do agree that it's not worth the £8.99 they're asking, because it's almost a tenner a month, in fairness. And they're saying we need this to... Well, they're not saying this, but I think it's basically saying we need this so that we can improve faster. I think that you've just contradicted what they're trying to say, because they haven't fixed things from back when they started.
Yeah, exactly.
About a year and a half ago.
And it hasn't been fixed, so... Okay, give me 2 seconds, guys, and I'll speak to you shortly. Libra will be with me again. We might continue the conversation at a different point, because obviously while this video is being converted and uploaded, we'll still be continuing talking, and then obviously I'll continue on with the forest afterwards, but the video is getting excruciatingly long and it's starting to lag. So me and Libra will see you very shortly. See you soon.
Okay, YouTube.
Okay, part B YouTube, let's continue on. Now, me and Libra have been talking again. He showed me some of the stuff he's got from his cartel points. But I don't know, did you actually mention in the last video how much money you spent on your points? Was that on the off video there, Libra?
I did. I spent 25 quid on my cartel points, and in the end, it weren't worth it.
Yeah. You got like 5 mounts when you can only use 1. None of them are like two-player mounts. They're all single-player. Now, when I was playing the game, if you was basically, if you was an engineer, you could create your own mounts, and that's basically what I've got on my my Jedi Knight. On my Jedi Sage, yeah, I already had the money to actually buy the next stage of mounts, so I already had like the top stage mount you could get. The only one I couldn't get, which to be honest with you was ridiculous. It's like it costs. I don't know if you've seen them at all yet, Libra, but it costs something like 2.5 million EC
To do what?
to buy the land speeders, the top range ones.
Oh yeah.
It was like 2.5 million EC, and I'm pretty sure that I've been robbed. Okay, by BioWare, because when you go free to play, you have a maximum cap of 350,000 credits. Now, I'm pretty sure I was near on about 3.5 million credits because I was at one stage going to buy the land speeder because I had the credits to buy it, and I no longer had the credits to buy it. So, in my opinion, it looks like I've been robbed, and that's not worth going to do because I don't have the, don't care about the money. I want the EXP. So, yeah, it looks like I've been robbed. And then when I right, it's even better. Right, I went onto the game to see what's happened to my characters. Right, not only I'm money short. When I look on the on my bags, it's like, oh, you have, say, 300,000 credits sitting in the bank. Subscribe now, and you can have these credits back. Hang on a minute, they're my credits. I earned them. I went and done dailies every day for like two months to earn them credits. Now you're telling me that if I want them back, I have to subscribe.
Yep, that's what they do.
And it's like, I know it's a free-to-play game, and I know they're trying to earn money, but they are my credits. I earned them. Why are you taking them away from me for no reason, other than the fact that I unsubscribed from your shitty game? You know, make your game better, make me want to subscribe, and we'll talk about it. But they haven't, so... You know, it's almost like Star Trek. You know, Star Trek, you can earn the ability to have your money back. You know, if you pay for the Zen, you can actually increase your bank salary, so you can have up to 100 million credits. But obviously, Star Trek is a lot easier to earn credits. If I'm not absolutely honest, Libra. You know, on Star Wars, I probably earned those 2 million credits in like 3 months. You know what I mean? Just daily farming every single day, going out there with Hendanoid, and going out there with Helm and Timus, and doing those dailies on Belsavis every single day for 2 months to earn those credits. You know, them taking them away from me is unfair because I earned them credits. You know what I mean? So it's a pain and it's annoying, but yeah. I could go on and complain about Star Wars all day long, but I don't want to.
Oh, I could.
Because I want it to be better. I really do. Yeah. And as I was saying to you before, I know we had this slight conversation. We briefly touched on it, like while the videos were uploaded and stuff. Before it was like, how do I put it? Right. Endgame content, I didn't feel it was good enough. Not enough to do to stay in the game. Okay, and even now Libra is at the end game. He sort of sees what I mean by the end game content isn't good enough, because because you don't know, because you sit there and you think, oh, level 1 to 35, oh, it's awesome, it's really good, and you know what? I'll agree with you, it really is. Hit end game, and the game literally just falls on its face, and you can see like the I wouldn't say badness, because badness probably isn't a word, but you could see where they've got to like level 35, they've completed it, they're like, oh yeah, this is going to be awesome, people are going to love this, and then EA have jumped in and gone, you know what, no, you're spending too long on this game.
You completed your Jedi Knight.
What's that, mate?
What level did you complete Jedi Knight as? Level 35?
No, you complete Jedi. I completed Jedi Knight at 48. Right. Most people I know couldn't complete it until they were 50 because they had to go out and... Right, let me just think exactly what I want to say here. They actually had to go out and re-equip the droid. So I don't know if you had that same problem, but the droid that we were using was lower level. Okay. Because all their gear is low level, isn't it? Because you, again, I don't know if you did it yourself, but my droid, once I got my healer, I never ever used him again. So he was literally in like level 20 gear.
I just started a Jedi character just so I could get the HK part. That's one really annoying thing. If you don't like the Republic, you're not going to enjoy getting HK, because you have to mail one of your things over from Empire to Republic so you can get one piece and mail it back.
Oh, so you have to be. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is
I
ridiculous.
Start a character, rush everything, go to the Jedi Temple, send my scanner over from the Empire to search for the HK bit, because first thing I didn't send the scanner over, and it said you need the scanner to pick it up. So I had to get the scanner, rescan the entire area because it's a completely random drop.
That is, oh
just
my.
falls somewhere. Found it, sent it back to my Empire character, then I got HK.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you have to have an Empire and a Republic character in order to complete the HK quest.
Yeah.
Oh mate, that would piss me off so much.
If you do it Republic, you have to have an Empire character.
No.
It's fun, isn't it?
That's ridiculous. So all those people that went out there and spent all that money on buying that character.
You can only get one HK part as a Republic. So if you want your HK on your Republic, apparently you have to send all your HK stuff from your Empire, all 6 out of 7 pieces, to your Republic. So you can obviously tell they intended HK to be a companion for the Empire.
Yeah.
However, apparently once you unlock it for all your characters. I haven't been on any of my other characters to test this out.
But the thing is though, Libra, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. You know what I mean, to pay for it. But I'm not playing Star Wars, so I tried it. He's dead. See you later, mate. He's gone. Alright.
Hello?
Yes, mate, that's right. I'm just talking to myself, mate. So, yeah. Oh well, you know. I was hoping Star Wars free to play would be really good, because again, I didn't mind the game. I just didn't like little things that they'd left out that they should really have kept in the game. So, you know, it really did cheese me off when they brought this stuff out, and that's why I complain about it, especially with Libra, because again, I know how much he likes the game. So, I'm trying to sort of be very conservative with what I'm saying.
I'm slowly getting away from it now.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't disagree, to be honest, because yeah, it's just not right what they've done. So it's a pain, really, because again, as I said to you before, I am a Star Wars fan, and I did want to see the game do extremely well, but it's just not good enough. Oh, nice! I've just wiped out 2 of them.
Started talking about it. Whatever your long YouTube name is, I'm just going to call you Gaz.
SSJ Gazhan 99.
Yeah, I'm not calling you that.
You can call me Gazhan, doesn't matter, it all falls into one. Just don't call me SSJ, because it doesn't make sense. So,
but I didn't understand, like, when we were first talking, as to what you meant, like, in endgame there's nothing to do, because I thought, no, there'll be something to do. Now I've endgame and got my HK. Fuck all to do.
yeah.
There's going to war zones to do some flashpoints, and 90% of the time I don't even feel like doing either of the two.
Yeah.
I spent my entire game leveling up and getting some good items, and then when you're done, people are just like, no, we enjoy the war zones. It's like, that's great, you do. Don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like the war zones. I mean, you loved Hutball. I hate Hutball. 90% of the time, I keep getting sucked into Hutball.
Now, if I'm honest, I honestly think that Hutball is probably the best PvP arena style thing that I've actually played, because it is very PvE-ish as well, so it makes the game for me much more fun to play. But if I'm honest, that's not enough to keep me playing the game. You know what I mean? So it's
Collect these and they'll help you. Farewell.
Oh, I need 4 to get the next level. So oh well. So yeah, I loved Hutball. I thought Hutball was a really cool. It's a very sort of PvP style with a PvE element to it. and it just was right up my street. It's a PvP PvE style game, you know, and it was right up my street. So I really enjoyed it. But it wouldn't have been enough to keep me in the game. You know what I mean? It had to have been a lot more than that. The raiding content again was bugged, and you know, and that's the one thing that I think's really dumb is like, especially the mobs on Bel Sabis still being bugged. It's just, oh, you can't do that. You cannot get away with that. You know. Oh, another fight. Hopefully, I'll have enough memory to actually continue this fight on without having to give up halfway, because it's being a bastard. You know, the people on YouTube know what I'm talking about.
Sounds like you're eating again.
Chewing gum, mate.
Is that what her name is now?
Oh, get in there. My dude just leveled up. He was about to die, and he leveled up. He got all his mana and HP back.
You must be so thrilled.
Oh, it's awesome. Oh, he's dead. This one should die as well. Bosh, he's gone. Oh, that is so much easier now. The people on YouTube, if they could only see what I've just done, it just made that game so much easier.
You sound thrilled.
Dead. Oh, he's almost dead. I think he's got like 2 HP left. Oh dear.
Sorry about that, I was yawning.
That's all right.
I mean, I want you to give me, like, if you was to, say, bring out a 3-month subscription fee to Star Wars, sort of like, instead of pay $8.99 a month, here's a special offer, pay this amount of money for 3 months, what would you put the price as?
What, on Star Wars?
Yeah.
Well, if I'm honest, what I was saying to you before, that I think Star Wars is worth about £4. I mean that seriously.
You did well, kid.
So if they were to drop the price to like £4 a month, I think that's a reasonable and honest price for the actual quality of the game.
So to answer my own question, what I'd say is, I'd do a 2 for the price of 1 deal, where, you know, you pay for 2 months, but you get an extra month sort of thing. So, you know, you pay about 16-ish, 16, 17 quid. And you get 3 months worth, which to me that's not bad, because, you know,
well, you think
sort of
about
getting your money's worth, but I still think it's a bit steep. And I'm only doing that because I'm thinking from their point of view and not mine.
4, 8, 12, 16, so that's for before. If they were to do 4 months, 16 quid, because it's £4 a month. But yeah, so at 3 months, 4 quid for the 3 months. Oh, sorry, say 16 quid for the 3 months. Yeah, 4 quid. What am I talking about? Yeah, I was kind of half and half there. It's about £5.50 a month, isn't it? Or £5.30 a month. You're looking. So it depends, really. It really does depend on how you want.
What? So you're small.
How you want to do your monthly thing. So 3 coup middles.
I mean,
shit.
Because I've now finished the game, my original plan, as I said to you, was I'm going to complete the game and then I'm going to film. And then when I completed the game, I thought, what the fuck am I going to film?
Yeah. What is there to film?
What is there
You know
to
what I
film
mean?
other than some black
To be honest with you though Libra, it's more down to the amount of people that have already done things like let's plays, story modes, and things like that. When I first started on the game, you know, I must have watched about 30 let's plays of different classes when I first started playing the game. So doing one yourself, I wouldn't have recommended doing it, you know. But when I heard that they were bringing out a new patch and new things were coming into the game, you know, it might have been worth doing. But from what I've seen, it doesn't look worth doing at all. So, you know, I wouldn't have done that, to be honest. But what I would do is I'd continue with your Dark Chronicles thing, save it onto a hard.
Happily, I can do.
Yeah, I'd save it onto a hard drive, take it round to Pete's, and upload it to YouTube, and do your videos from there, because I think that'd be a lot better for yourself. It'd be a lot better for the channel, because obviously we're going to get more games onto the channel, and I still haven't decided what I want to do yet. You know what I mean? I don't actually know what I'm going to do after I've completed Jade Cocoon. Now, Jade Cocoon could take me months to complete, because obviously I'm not doing it every single time. I'm not doing it every single day, because again, people get bored, you know, of playing the same games over and over again. Now, Jade Cocoon, I love it. I've loved it since I was younger. I thought the game was awesome, so I'll play this happily every day. But eventually, I'm going to get bored. You know, there is no if, buts, or maybes about it. So I still haven't decided what game I want to play yet. You know, and when it comes to Dark Chronicles, as I said to you before, you only have to meet up with myself or Pete, and then I can transfer the data you need to play the game. So, because I know your one isn't working properly, if I remember correctly.
Well, the
What are
thing
you
is,
doing here?
on YouTube, I've been looking for years at like Let's Plays for Dark Chronicles, because there were some things I didn't know at the time. And there was no
can't
Let's
tell
Plays.
me
There
that
was
I would be
how
this-
to do this, how to do that, but there was nothing about Let's Play.
No, I'm just fine.
So,
What am I doing?
or any
in such a
walkthrough
place?
for that
Hey,
matter,
hey,
so it's
where
actually
am I?
quite
Who am I?
good that I think up the idea of I could do a Let's Play. Well, not my idea, but I could do a Let's Play. Oh, sorry, I've got hiccups.
It's a similar sort of situation that I had. You know, when I first decided to try and do a Let's Play of Jade Cocoon, Let's Play of Vandal Hearts 2, you know, I was thinking originally of doing a Let's Play of Vandal Hearts. But if I'm honest, Peter, or Inu Pete, I apologise, Inu Pete is a much better player at Vandal Hearts, the original Vandal Hearts. You know, he knows that game inside and out, back to front. We both play the game differently, we both have different styles in the game, but he is the better player at it. Vandal Hearts 2, on the other hand, I loved it for its abilities and styles and how it played. You know, Vandal Hearts 1 was your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. Vandal Hearts 2, it was we had the same turn at the same time. So you have to basically predict where the enemy's going to go. You have to counter where they're going and what they're going to do, and then you make your moves to that. So it's a very, very much more tactical game. And I loved that aspect, whereas Inu Pete didn't. When it first came out, he was just like, I don't like this. I prefer it to be in the sort of your turn, my turn style, board game style. He classed it, and I disagree. You know, I much preferred the second game in terms of its difficulty, because it was a lot more difficult than the original. But as always, each to their own styles and how the game plays. And the problem with Vandal Hearts 2, if anybody goes out there, when I first looked into doing a Let's Play of Vandal Hearts 2, I never saw, searching for it on YouTube, on Google, I didn't see a single Let's Play of Vandal Hearts 2. As soon as I put in on my what's it, my intro video for Let's Play Vandal Hearts 2, I must have found about 50 different people that were playing Vandal Hearts 2. And I was just like, wow, really? And when I'm actually searching for videos, I can't find them. But now I don't need to search for a video. I found loads of them. And it just felt like, you know, the game is very, very long. It's probably about 5 or 6 times longer than Vandal Hearts 1, because there's just so much that you have to think about, counter, do, all sorts of things. And now I'm just talking about crap because I'm trying to get rid of stuff, and I don't know, I've run out of space in my bag. So for me, it felt like, yeah, there's already a full complete playthrough of Vandal Hearts 2. There's no real need for me to do another Vandal Hearts 2 playthrough, though I do have the first 5 episodes are the prologue and the intro to Vandal Hearts 2. There really, really is no need for me to do a Let's Play of Vandal Hearts 2, because there's a full playthrough, 100% completion of Vandal Hearts 2 on YouTube. So absolutely no need. Then I've done a search on Jade Cocoon, found one video that had literally one video of Jade Cocoon, sorry, and I thought, I'll do Jade Cocoon. I'll do a Let's Play of Jade Cocoon. Did another search about a week later after starting playing Jade Cocoon, and I found one person that had done like the whole game, full completion, and it was just like, people are not going to want to watch that. Jade Cocoon 2, on the other hand, when I first started this playthrough, I didn't see anything on Jade Cocoon 2. No matter how hard I checked, searched, anything like that, could not find Jade Cocoon 2, so I done a full playthrough, and now I'm like, say, 40 odd parts in. I've actually seen a playthrough that's almost equal to where I am now, but his computer crashed at the beginning of the year, and he lost all his Jade Cocoon 2 data, and was unable to complete it. So, to the way I look at it, it's a good way of continuing the story, because that guy's obviously got so far through. Can't complete it because he's PS3, I think. I think it was recording on PS3. It crashed and lost all his data. So, yeah, I'll complete this, and then what I might do is I might either go back and do some Amiga playthroughs of some of the Amiga games that I've picked up over the years and played or something. But I'm still indecisive. I don't really know what I want to do after I've done Jade Cocoon 2. Yeah, so I could do things like the games that me and Pete loved when we were younger, like things like WrestleMania and things like that. But they're more personal preference and the enjoyment of the time, if you know what I mean. When you look back on them, you think, WrestleMania on the how do I put it? WrestleMania on the N64. I loved them wrestling games. I thought those wrestling games were awesome. They were fun. They were good to play. But the wrestling games on the newer consoles, I didn't really enjoy. I don't know about yourself, Libra, but I don't know if you're into the wrestling games or anything like that, mate.
Not a big wrestling game fan. I mean, I don't mind watching it on TV. It's just the games I could never truly get into myself. The only time I ever played them was whenever I was staying over at mates. It's the only time I've ever found them enjoyable.
Yeah, and if I'm honest, the same thing applies for me. At the end of the day, I remember when it's more nostalgia. I think that's the best way of putting it. It's nostalgia. When I was younger, we literally every weekend there'll be me, Inu Pete, crew, and Renee would go all round to Inu Pete's house. We'd literally 4-play out all night long. And it was fun, it was enjoyable, and that nostalgia trip, like that, the idea of doing that again is awesome. You know what I mean? You sit there and you think, oh, it's so much fun playing that game. But solo, the game was relatively boring. It was only that get together with friends and really go at it. That's where the game really did it for me.
I think that's where it kept it. I think it was the having a laugh with your mates at the same time, because if you pick them up and body slam them, you'd actually yell at your mate like, no, no.
Exactly. It was like.
Whereas you wouldn't do that to a computer. You wouldn't sit there in your room on your own going, no.
Yeah. It's the whole feel. It's like, say for instance, playing against Renee and Chris, and you're sitting there and you're fighting away, and you get your special up, and you go, oh mate, here we go. You sit there and go, no, you bastard, no. That sort of the enjoyment of sitting there thinking, I'm going to do you over now, mate. You're fucked. That sort of thing. That really sort of gets you riled up, and you sit there and you think, oh yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to win this now. So then you do your triple special and then pin them, and that's it. It's a good game. And having that ability is just so much fun, and that sort of fight, it always does it for you. You know what I mean? And playing solo is just not good enough for me. It doesn't feel the same, doesn't feel right, and I really would rather play it. If, say for instance, if we can get the N64, if we could get the N64 emulators to connect, like I know I can do it with the PS1, I think I can do it with the PS2 emulators, but if I could do that with a with an N64 emulator, then I would play with Pete all day long, and we'd have so much fun. We'd have a great laugh. And it'd probably be a fun game to play, and every now and again you'll see like a match between me and Pete, or a match between me and Pete playing tag team against so and so, or whatever, and it'd be really fun. But it'd be something that I'd have to research at a later date. But generally, games that I enjoyed when I was younger were things like I'm not too sure if you remember any of these games. I think you're a bit too young for the Amiga and things like that. But I really loved like Sensible World of Soccer. I liked things like Silkworm. No, it doesn't make sense. You probably don't remember any of these games. They're probably games way out of your age rating, but not age rating. But you're about 7 years younger than me, aren't you? 8 years younger than me.
I'm 21, so.
Yeah, so you're actually 8 years younger than me. So I was probably just about old enough to remember these, to be honest. So yeah, it probably wouldn't have been the computer of your era, if you know what I mean. Your era would have been Mega Drive.
NES was my first ever console.
Yeah. So, when you look at them sort of things, what the hell are these guys doing? He just did a strike chance, those two just attacked normally. Yeah.
You remember the NES gas?
I do, yes. I never actually owned a Nintendo, but I do remember it.
Yeah,
well, let me rephrase that.
I ever had, and I would spend my time either playing Duck Hunt, Super Mario.
Let me rephrase that. I've always had a Game Boy at some stage or another. I've actually got a DS now. I had the N64, but I never had a Super Nintendo and never had a NES. So me saying I've never had a Nintendo is actually incorrect because I have had a Nintendo before. So, oh, my computer's starting to lag. It's not too bad. I'm actually running up to 27 gig, which is quite impressive for my computer because usually around about 12 gig it lags like a bitch, and then I can't actually continue playing. But I seem to be going all right at the moment, so I'm hoping to actually have this forest finished, if I can, with just this video. That would be awesome if I can do that. I'm hoping so anyway, without the game lagging like a bastard. I can't carry that. I've just used an item, so how can I not carry any more? I'm just going to be wasting that, so there's no point in me using that discard. Goading, ups attacks of the attacking side. Get rid of it. Don't need it.
Leave it, I have work at 9 in the morning.
9 in the morning, oh dear.
On a Sunday, mate.
On a Sunday morning, oh dear. That's never nice. Never nice. I have the initiative. And I'm going to Inferno book their ass as well. I've got them all as well, that's pretty cool. So I'd like to do something like that, you know, be able to do like a 2-player match, or you know, maybe even get Pete to sort something out, and we can just go on there and have a good laugh and record the battles and things like that we've got, because that'd be really cool, really cool. Because I found this thing on the PS1 emulator that literally allows you to play multiplayer games online using the PS1 emulators. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'd love to do that. But if I'm honest, there's no games on the PS1 that I can remember that were worth playing other than things like football games. You know, or if any Americans are watching, the soccer games. You know, things like EA Sports games, like the FIFAs and things like that. They might have been worth playing, but Pete doesn't enjoy football games, so it wouldn't be worth playing unless I was playing with someone like Crew or something. But I doubt he'd actually play a Let's Play video, because he rather likes to keep himself sort of vanished. It doesn't make sense, but he doesn't really like to get his voice like heard or anything like that on games and things like that. So yeah, this video is going really well. I'm quite surprised, really surprised that it's still running without too much lag. Wow, 30 gig already.
Do you want to stop the video then?
I could do, but at the moment it's lagging a little bit. I'm down to about 30 frames a second, and that's not bad. You know, up to 60 frames a second now. Oh, wicked. It's nice, this. You may, like, in my last videos, Libra, I've been saying to YouTube, oh, I'm really sorry for the lag, I'm really sorry for this, really sorry for that. And then I'm running like 8 megabytes. like 8 gig on the video. So having like 30 gig with no lag, that's awesome.
You must be so happy.
Oh, I am, because I'm not stopping the videos halfway through a fight and things like that to try and level me to try and like remove the space on my hard drive or anything like that. It's really cool.
I'm guessing that was where you got rid of a few things off your computer then.
You know what? I haven't got rid of anything. Literally, all I've been doing is saving the files. Like, say for instance, I would save. Right, how do I put it? I would stop the video. I'd pause it. I'd save it. I'd pause it. I would then convert the file to a lower. Actually, I've just done something wrong there. Shit, I wasn't supposed to do that. No.
Yeah.
Go for it, mate.
I am going to have to go in just a second. I'm going to watch a few more episodes of Big Bang Theory and go to sleep.
No problems, Phil. I know you've got work in the morning, so
Yes.
say see you later to YouTube.
Alright, I will see you later, mate.
See you later, matey.
Take care.
So YouTube, say see you later to TS Libra, and we'll see you soon, mate.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There we go, and now we're back to just me. Fighting away and kicking ass, so... Yeah, I'm really pleased with my computer actually being able to hold up to this much data without it lagging too badly. Like, Now it's starting to lag a little bit, but you know what? I think I can put up with that. I really hope that I can actually finish this level before the computer starts to lag seriously hard, because that would be awesome. So yeah, me and T.S. Libra, we're talking quite a lot about Star Wars, and I apologise to all you Star Wars fans out there, but yeah, Star Wars: The Old Republic, as you probably heard in my voice, yeah, it isn't one of the games that I really sort of, you know, it's one of these games that I wanted to do well, but it never really stood up to the to what I want. So, you know, I stopped playing the game, and unfortunately, I do have a grudge against the game because EA, I believe personally, EA have fucked that game royally, and it's one of these games that should be better than it actually is. And I apologise to all those people that love Star Wars and think Star Wars should be the bee's knees and the dog's bollocks as it should be, but unfortunately, as I said, I think what's it screwed it over. So yeah, so let's continue on. We're in the Fire Forest, and we actually have the Pedraga. I believe that is the final evolution stage to the AoE coup. So if I'm correct, oh you bastard, he just dodged that. Oh wow. So yeah, if all goes well, I should actually be able to beat this guy's face in, get him as a karma, and I can actually level up my coup with stronger moves now. So that's always nice. But I actually should kill this thing pretty quick, to be honest. Because what I can do here, this will be done obviously off screen, but what I can do here is I can actually create another Drac, call it something else, and basically level that Drac with all three of the, or all four, I think it's four now, of the coup moves. So it'll actually be a higher evolution stage than the Drac that I'm using currently. And what that'll do, that'll create a much stronger mob. Oh, let's go and kill that guy. It'll create a much stronger minion overall, because obviously it's going to have the final evolution a lot faster, because obviously I'm leveling it using those guys. But I want to burn these the Inferno books, so I've picked up loads of these. So it was nice to talk to Libra there. We had him on for about an hour and a half there, so you know, a lot of the conversation we did have offline while I was uploading one of those videos, or converting one of the videos to save space. You know, we had a lot of the time off with that, so you know, it was unfortunate you couldn't hear some of the conversations we were having, and I couldn't really put across what we were talking about, because do you know what? Did I just completely destroy them? I think I just attacked double time, didn't I? So I think I've actually missed some rooms back here, so I'm going to go back and check it. Yeah, there we go. Because one thing I'm quite surprised with is the fact that we've only just come into this forest and I've only seen one karma, which is kind of strange, to be perfectly honest, but yeah, there we go. And this must be level 3. And this has got to be level 3, because I don't... Did I fight a boss? I'm pretty sure I haven't fought a boss yet, but talking to Libra, I could quite easily have missed fighting a boss, and just carried on beating its face in without realising it. So, you know, I think I did. I think on the last fight that we just had, I think I accidentally just double timed and double shot without realising it. Oh well. I've got to admit, I'm happy I'm doing this, because I would have been seriously cheesed if I had to stop the video. Nice, that Q's max level. You know what I might do? I might go back and level up my minions, and then come back to the forest to level 4, because everything now beyond what I'm doing is basically wasted EXP for those certain mobs. So what I'd like to do is continue to drain the EXP for those mobs, from these mobs I should say. So, and again it'll give me a lot more chance of getting more karma. I think that's everything. I think I've done everything on this level. So I thought I'd missed... No, I haven't. For some reason I thought I'd missed some rooms, but it looks like I've actually done everything. So that is the end of this level. And what I might do... Yeah, that was level 3. So that was a long level, that one. I got to admit, I had a couple of boss fights in there as well. Not boss fights, but, you know, like beast hunter fights in there as well. So, yeah, what I might do... Ah! Go straight into the fight.
Hey, old man, how long are you gonna make
I'll
me
speak to you
wait?
soon.
He's not coming.
I'm not making you wait. It is the orb. It is there.
That means that I won, right?
Have you?
Huh? What do you mean?
The orb chooses people. It shines not on the unworthy. Now, stay there.
Huh? Not again. Don't mess with me. I won, right? I'm strong. I got strong shoes. I can even see the orb.
But it does not shine at all, right? Why not?
Hey, look, it shines, see? How about that?
Kahoo, you're so slow. I can't believe it. You're so dense.
Woo! Huh? What's wrong?
See? Nan, it was not you for whom the orb was waiting.
Why not? Why not me? What is wrong with me? Dang it! I don't accept that. I'll never accept that. You can't beat me. I'll show you as many times as you want.
Okay, so in that obviously there, as you just saw, wow, look at those chews.
Let's all go.
That's the final evolution stage of the Ogs that I actually use.
Never accept it.
So this is going to be tough. This is going to be really tough. I only hit one. Oh, great. But they're relatively weak, to be honest. That tree in the middle, it's probably going to hit like a fucking steam train. Ooh! And he did. Uh-oh! Aim required. Come on, kill those guys in the middle. Ah! Oh, Mallard. Okay. Alright, I'll take Mallard on the chin. Thank God for that. What? He's got no magical strength at all, so what the fuck? Let's do the HP pack book. I'm going to need it again as well. Hopefully. I'm hoping to kill these. Nice. Kill him. Yeah! Gotcha! He's fucked. So I'm just going to HP back book again. Ah, shite. Fuck. Kill him. Yes! That'll do that. S-Class explode? Oh, shit. Fuck. That's never good. But what I can do... He's dead. Hit the middle, hit the middle, hit the middle, hit the middle. Yes. That's more like it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do that regener again on this one. So do your mallet as much as you like, because it's never going to do anything. If that was ad rock wide, I'd be sitting there going, oh mate, what the fuck and all that. But no, I don't care. Burn a shield to regenerate my guy. Nice.
What's that?
Come on, don't do this to me now. I know you're at a high gig. Don't do this to me now. Let me just finish this battle, because that way it finishes this part of the forest, and then I can get on with the next forest along. Come on, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Don't do this to me now, please. I apologise, YouTube, but I want to get this over with, because as soon as this is over, I can continue on to the next forest, and I can get this video uploaded to YouTube in one full video, because 43 gigabytes on the video is the highest I've ever been with one of these videos. So, without having so much lag that I can't actually play the game. Nice. Come on! Don't do this to me! I'm sorry, YouTube, I can't do anything about it. The game is just not having any of it. I'm starting to run out of space as well. See, once the spell's finished, that's it. It's alright. Right. He's dead. And that is good game. Get in there, guys. Get in there. And that is a win on the Fire Forest.
We have a winner!
Good work, guys. And I'll speak to you shortly.
I'm not finished.
Cut it out, ma'am. The match is over.
What? Why not me? Why can't it be me? Rats, you cheater!
How can you say that? Aren't you the cheater?
Shut up!
Will you run away again? No matter where you run to, you cannot run away from yourself. Your weakness is that you do not accept defeat. You are narrow-minded. Rael's strength lies not within physical strength, divine beasts, nor winning. It lies in accepting what is all around you and aiming toward a higher consciousness. You are still young. You may win, and you may lose. You must lose your ways suffer and then cultivate your own power.
My own power. Master, please take me on as a pupil. I beg you.
I am not worthy to be called master by you. And yet, I have given you an unwanted sermon. Okay, I'll take you on, but you must return the divine beasts.
Thank you very much.
And that is the end of the actual fire forest. So that's 4 levels each, and we'll continue the conversation in a moment. More story.
It looks like you managed to get the first orb. Only 3 orbs left. You have a long way to go, but I know you can do it.
Thanks to the orb, I made a new friend. A really strong one.
Huh? A friend? She's a friend? The awful one? But she beat you up, giving you bruises all over. Oh, weird.
But that's the code. Right, Levant?
That may be. If you think so, Kahu, then she's a fine friend.
See?
I don't get it, but I don't have any friends after all.
Okay, and we are back in the Jade Throne Room, and this has been SSJ Gazhan with TS Libra for about an hour of this video, and I'll have this up on YouTube very shortly. The video is at great length. It's about 50 gigabytes at the moment. I'm still running quite nicely as well, which is great to see, because obviously I've been having so much problems recently with my computer. I'm quite pleased that it's been a long time. This actual size of this video has been really long, and I'm really pleased that it has been, and I haven't had to cut and copy and do all that stuff as well. So I'm going to get this thing up on YouTube. We're going to get back into the forest. I might do a little bit of leveling in the fire forest just to get some more karma before I continue on. I'm probably going to go on into the water forest because I need the karma from there as well to upgrade my water creatures. I'm going to do a few other bits and bobs. Now, I don't remember picking up the item that I needed for the quest. Probably have picked it up, but I don't remember picking it up. So thank you for very much for watching. I will get another video up as soon as possible. I'll see you all later. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good morning, have a good evening wherever you are, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.